Today we learned how to salvage existing granite by adding a cutting board and how expanding an island added increased workspace to a beautifully transformed kitchen. We also got to see two households take on some major and subtle transformations that elevated not only the aesthetics but the functionality of each living space.
In our first kitchen, the challenge was to replace all appliances, move them, add new cabinetry to match existing, and salvage the island granite after the cooktop was removed. In a collaboration of efforts between Fine Wine and Design, Viking Appliances, Envision Design and Build, Crestron, and Modern Stone, our team turned an ordinary kitchen, dining room, and media room into extraordinary living spaces with all the modern bells and whistles.
The biggest challenge here was the lighting control. They had a very advanced lighting control system that was probably 25 to 30 years old. So we were dealing with some very antiquated panels and controls. Essentially what we were able to do is take all of his old light switches and panels and replace them with the new Crestron panels. We also had to go into the closet and completely renovate that location. The Crestron lighting system will afford the client the ability to not only have global control of his lights, meaning he can be in a certain area and control all of the lights on or off. He'll also be able to set moods with the lights with preset dimmers. So if he's entertaining, if he's having a party, if he's watching a movie, all of those are accessible with the touch of a finger.
Definitely most proud of the theater. The way we put everything together. When you look at the pictures of the back theater wall and the wainscoting, when you look at the black lines, those are actually 1/4-inch perforated pieces that we put to divide each piece of paneling. The stain work we did on the panels was actually almost like an airbrush effect. We came from the dark line and slowly faded out to tone into the same color that's on the panel. So instead of it being flat, it actually has a 3-dimensional effect that just kind of draws your eyes into the panel. Originally in the master bath, we were supposed to keep it kind of basic semi-custom finish. We went ahead and went the extra mile and we added a little French country touch to the finish. It actually has about 8 steps involved, from primers to sealers to distressing to even one product called the Vaseline. We put Vaseline in certain areas and then pull off after the stain goes on because it never adheres to the wood. So when you pull it off, it leaves those little rustic old effect, you know? So you wipe it off and it keeps that old French country look. On her side, we did 2 mirrors. One of them is lower, so when she's putting her makeup on, it's gonna be a lot more user-friendly. And right below the mirror, we added a little touch. It's got 5 drawers with all the nice little brass antique knobs, and she'll be able to put all her fun little knickknacks in there.
In this particular application, in the master suite, we augmented the entertainment area by adding veneer stone to a very contemporary application that was produced by Modern Stone and installed by Modern Stone Masonry.
Our second home was given a whole new look with sustainable material selections for the glass island and backsplash and concrete countertops. Colors from the makeover were pulled together with the addition of a custom mural. But what made for the greatest wow factor was the ability to remove and hide existing soffits and build a custom wine space without moving a single wall. This out-of-the-box ingenuity came together with the help of several visionaries.
One of the issues in this kitchen was the soffit, which actually houses a vent. They removed the one vent on the other side and brought the actual soffit all the way up. So then it allowed it to have 42-inch upper cabinets, which really gives a lot of height in the room. So on the adjacent wall, there was a soffit that we didn't want to get into. It was going to cost a lot of money for the homeowner to remove. So we decided to create a design element around the vent, which is really cool because now you can look up and there's a center focal point above the refrigerator, which actually is a carved piece of molding that is routed out, and it is now the vent. Initially in the beginning when we met with the homeowners, this vent was such a huge issue. So we sat there and looked at everything and basically just started popping ideas out of my head and came up with this little vent idea, which turned out to be, I mean, perfect.
Hand painting the frame in the bathroom was born out of a conversation with Cammie and Denise and I. The sink was a lot of the inspiration because of the free flow of the color in the bowl. She seems very excited about it.
We had the team come together in talking about how we could actually create a different feel within the kitchen. So we went back and made a few subtle changes and designed cabinetry that actually has the feel of being very spacious, very tall, along with some of the other little detail work that we did, along with a really extraordinary glass countertop on the island. Within certain lighting in the kitchen, it gives a reflection off, much like if you see a reflection of night light on a pool in the evening and how it kind of shimmers a little. You get that same kind of feeling when you look up at the ceiling around the lights, and it just has a very calming effect, and it really looks great.
Working with the glass and the concrete in this project was very exciting. The vendors that we just brought on board, Greg from Gravity Glass and Dave from Concrete Interiors, collaborated with Denise, our designer, as far as the colors and the textures, and working with the owners to pick out specific colors and the actual finishes that we came up with. And from the samples to all the way to the very final product, it's stunning to see how everything turned out. This has got all the amenities of a big custom gourmet kitchen, and I'm sure the owners are very proud of this, and it's a very stunning, one of the most beautiful projects that we've been involved with. It is just absolutely outstanding, and we're very proud of it.
That was a really interesting and really fun experience that I didn't expect. I mean, as just a regular homeowner who, uses her kitchen to cook for her family, occasionally gets to entertain for friends, to have an executive chef come in and show you how easy it is to prepare these magnificent, beautiful dishes, and to make it fun and entertaining, and to use, my stove that I make, macaroni for the kids on, to make this gorgeous food it was just really fun, and I felt very special, and I was really grateful for the opportunity to have had that kind of experience in my home.
How does your home measure up? Want to know what we could do in your space? Before you start your next remodel or new build, let our talented contractors bid on your space. Your renovation and your kitchen could be the next one featured on Fine Wine and Design.
To meet the talented team at Envision Design and Build, Image Home Improvement, and all the specialty craftsmen that made these transformations possible, visit us at finewineanddesign.com.
I'm Denise Teichert, and I look forward to seeing you again on Fine Wine and Design.